now 6 lessons away from finishing Pimsla's Finnish course. Getting very close. I haven't actually done much of the voice coach or the extra bundles though, so that's something I need to do, the bonus packs. But yeah, getting through the lessons really well. That'll be done within the next week or so. Hi guys, it is Ben back here again. Ben from a few weeks later, a couple of weeks later I believe, from my last clip. I now have a new phone. This is the Google Pixel 6 Pro. It is incredible. And the reason I got this is, well, other than the fact my other phone was totally breaking down, the camera on my other phone wasn't great. Now this one has a really good camera, it's got 4K, so I can record some good clips, and we won't have any problems like the terrible quality clips from Dubrovnik. I don't know if you've seen that yet or not. Anyway, back to the Finnish. Yesterday I completed the Pimsla course for Finnish. I haven't done the challenges and I haven't done all the reading lessons. I've done about half of them, but I've completed all the audio lessons, all 15 hours of it. So first app complete from the App Store, the entire course of Finnish. Definitely good progress there. Now it's time to, well, just finish off the reading lessons when I get time. They're not hugely important to me as I don't feel like I get loads out of those, but finish those off when I have time. Move on through the drops course, gradually picking up more vocab. Complete the Duolingo course for Finnish, and possibly move on throughout the Monthly course as well. I also mentioned I want to switch to doing some other apps. I'm going to see what I can integrate there, as well as those few which I was doing already.
Hi guys, I just want to take a quick second out of this video to let you know about one of my favourite language learning apps. It is a vocab builder called Linguist, which not only teaches you vocab like other apps like Drops, etc. do, or flashcards do, but it also teaches you the word in the middle of a sentence so that you can grasp how to use the word, the concept of it, and also learn vocabulary in the sentence aside from the word which is targeted. As well as this, it also teaches you grammar and helps you really be immersed in the language when learning the grammar and the vocab. And I think it is by far the best option to go for if you are trying to quickly acquire vocab and understanding of how different words work and sentences are formed in your target language. It is called Linguist. You'll be able to see examples of it on the screen right now. And they've been kind enough to help me out with a lot of my language learning videos by providing me with an affiliation and also a discount code for all of you guys. If you use the discount code BENBEPS, you'll be able to try it free for 1 month and see why I love it so much. It has a multitude of different languages, of course the mainstream ones like Spanish and French, but it's also got Portuguese and Estonian, which is really cool. Very obscure language, which I don't know how many learners it would have, but it's great that they offer it, as not many apps would offer something like that. So yeah, make sure to check the link out in the description. Use the code BENBEPS to get a free month, and I really hope you enjoy using it. Back to the video. So this is my first ever clip being recorded on this camera, the GX80. Unrelated to this video, this little speech, but just letting you know, recording with no lighting or a microphone attached. Let's just see how it does. I'm excited to edit this. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. It's been 2 weeks or so, maybe, since I finished the last video, about a month of learning Finnish now, since I restarted. I'm back to where I was on Pimsla. Like I just said, I've made lots of progress on Monthly, like I said in the last clip. Still working through that. I've made a lot of progress on Drops as well. I've got through the majority of the beginner modules. I'm on to doing like the seasons and weather and stuff like that. Yeah, I've also integrated that app Reword into my learning, which is like a flashcards app. I'll have a little clip on the screen right now showing you what it is. It teaches you how many words a day you want to learn, but if you do the minimum, you do 10 words a day, which is 3,650 words a year, which isn't too bad. I'm going to try and do more than that. So just seeing how the autofocus is. So the other camera just died untimely, so I'm going to finish off that quickly on this camera. So yeah, that's 3,650 words a year, so decent amount. If I try and do more than that, I could get up to 6,000 plus words, so I'm doing double that a day. We'll just see how that goes. I'm going to spend about 10-15 minutes a day doing that. I've also started a few courses on Memrise, community courses in Finnish. That's not going to be one of the main apps I use, but once I've completed, say, Drops and maybe gotten further on Mango languages or something, I'll switch over to doing more stuff on Memrise once I've run out of content on other apps. But that's also another option, Memrise. There's also this app I found called Glossica. I might look into that, that might be quite interesting. You have to pay per month, but I've seen lots of really good reviews on websites telling you what the best courses to learn Finnish are and what the best apps are. I've seen Glossica come up a lot, so I might look into studying with Glossica. It might be a good option, we'll see. Another similar one to Reword and Glossica is Vocab, another vocabulary app, so I might look into doing that as well when I run out of content on other apps. And the other thing is italki. Like you saw in my Portuguese video, I got tutors on italki to teach me Portuguese. I could do something similar with Finnish. I might, towards the end of this video, get my first tutor to do a trial lesson, see how that goes with learning Finnish. That's an idea. And then there's other apps like Lingclose, Master Bluebird and Fun Easy Learn that I could go on to use once I'm out of content on the other apps for Finnish. But yeah, I'm making very quick progress in terms of getting through the apps. Unfortunately, there's not loads on each app for Finnish because it's not a widely spoken language, but I'm making progress getting through them. So I've been working through Mondelez's Finnish course at a fairly fast pace now, pretty consistently. I've got through a few modules and stuff, and I've noticed one thing. I think it's different on the website too, on the language learning app. They've got a few different modules which I can't see on the app, but they show up on the computer. I'll look to find a name for them. So I've got objects and numbers, time and calendar, and then I also think school, and there were one or two other ones which say new on the computer which I can't see on the app. So a bit weird, but I'm going to work through those on the laptop while I work through everything else on the app. Also been getting through drops quite quickly. I'm doing at least 15 minutes a day, sometimes 25 minutes a day of drops, as well as an app which I never mentioned in episode 1 called Reword, just another flashcards app that I found, paid $4.99 for, and then I've got it forever, which is actually really good. So yeah, I do 10 minutes of that every day as well, just to pick up more vocab. But yeah, we'll see how I get on over the next month or so, to see if I finish any of those courses soon. And then we will have to eventually make a decision over to which language apps I switch over to continue my learning. Iminen, I know what that means, but when you say imisia in a sentence, I'm just like, what? Because it just sounds like a completely different word, and that's where I get confused. Okay. Minä puhun englantia, espanjalainen. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So I do stuff at hotelis, for hotels, ravintolas, for restaurants. Kyllä, olen Benjamin. To introduce myself, olen Benjamin, asun Englantissa. I don't know how to say my age. This is my first time actually speaking Finnish. A lot of what I've learned so far, I've learned on apps and stuff, but it's all reading and writing, so I've had zero practice speaking, which is why I wanted to do this lesson. En opiskelen suomea. Yeah. Oh, why? Okay. Opiskelen suomea. What's the word for because? How do I write that? Koska minä haluan to work, työskennellä Lapissa in Lapland. So what you will have just seen is me doing a lesson on italki, my first ever Finnish lesson on italki with a tutor. Slightly more expensive than Portuguese because there's less tutors to choose from, so paying a bit more for that in Portuguese, not that that matters too much. But what I've definitely learned from that lesson is quite humbling, is that without Babbel or Rosetta Stone, it's a lot harder to learn grammar and natural ways of speaking a language without those apps, just using vocab apps. Vocab apps, obviously, teach you a lot of vocab and nothing else, so doing drops and doing Mondelez isn't that great for grammar, I don't believe. I've meant that I'm very far behind on my speaking and sentence building in Finnish. The second he started talking to me and wanted me to talk, I was just like not knowing what to do. So I know a lot of random words in Finnish now, but no way of putting them together. Mango languages I hoped would be good for that, but I don't think they're, well, I thought it was good in Italian, but their Finnish course doesn't really help me build up sentences very well. I'm actually thinking Duolingo might be a good choice to go with, because for all its flaws, Duolingo does help you get building blocks for putting sentences together, which may, in this circumstance, actually be beneficial, whereas normally I criticise it for that. So it might be worth me putting more effort into using Duolingo to try and get building blocks to build sentences, as well as maybe looking for some more exercises online, as well as these vocab building language learning apps, and also obviously doing more talking, so more Pimsleur lessons. I need to finish the Pimsleur course, and doing more italki lessons. So yeah, that might be stuff to think about from now on moving forwards. I'll give you a quick summary of where I'm up to on the apps, and then I'll close out episode 2. Drops, I am getting into the intermediate stuff. I'm beyond the seasons and stuff, months of the year, done all the numbers, all the basic stuff like that. Getting into a bit more advanced vocabulary. I've done about 100 words on Reword, so about 10 days of 10 words. Need to do today's, almost forgot about that. Mondelez, I have done
It's on here, but I can't see it now. I have done quite a few sections on Mondly. Too overexposed. But I'm getting through that course as well. Like I just said though, Mondly isn't incredible. I don't know whether to slow down with my Mondly progress and focus on something else, because Mondly just feels like it's building vocab and no actual sentence structure, as it should do, because it's kind of a course based around trying to do that, but it doesn't do it very well. I also think I could maybe make use of something like Link to try and learn a bit more written Finnish, as it imports news reports and stuff like that for you to learn more of the language, and if I see it in context I might be able to pick up more of the grammatical structures and stuff of sentences. So yeah, that's a few thoughts going into episode 3. I will see you in episode 3. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications so you don't miss the next episode, and I'll see you then. Thank you very much. Goodbye.